Hey Pew Crew, welcome back. It is Labor Day weekend. I don't know if you've been seeing on socials lately, but wait times have been really low. So in today's video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the park and check out what a holiday weekend does to wait times. We've been seeing people say that Hagrid's is like a 15-minute wait. We're anxious to see. It looks like it's kind of busy today. We're anxious to see what some of these wait times are on a Saturday of a holiday weekend. So we actually walked from our hotel at Sapphire Falls after a long night at Halloween Horror Nights. We didn't get back to the room till like 3 o'clock, so we slept in a little bit. It is like 10:30, so the crowds are gonna be about as bad as they're gonna be. Like, you see the park start clearing out at 12, 1 o'clock a lot of times. So when we get in here, it's not going to be anything where it's like early morning, that's why the wait times are low or anything like that. If a wait time's going to be high, it's going to be right now.
We're going to head into Islands of Adventure first, so we're going to see kind of how the crowds and wait times are there, and then a little bit later we'll make our way over to Studios.
So judging from the crowds and the wait, sitting there trying to get their tickets, I think it is going to be busy today. We thought it would get busy yesterday on Friday, and it just never really did. Like, the wait times never got up there, but I'm starting to think that a lot of people got in last night and that this is their first day. And as always, let the adventure begin.
It took us about 10 minutes to get through the turnstiles, but the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get a freestyle cup because it is really hot.
So you get to the point where you have to make that classic decision. Do you head right towards Seuss Landing or do you head left into Marvel Island? I think today we're going to start in Marvel Island.
Are you shooting us with a cannon?
Yeah.
Must be a pirate just like us. Come on over. The cannon. Hello there. Ahoy there, travelers. How are you today?
Good, how are y'all?
Oh, fantastic. Looking up. The Windsor Fair. Everyone has a treasure map.
Everyone.
They've got the treasure maps there.
But yet no one can seem
all
to
the
find
hard work and find the treasure for us.
Okay, so we got our freestyle cup filled up. We figured we'd go check in Marvel Island first because Hulk is one of the most popular rides in the parks. We're kind of anxious to see what it is because it is really crowded over here. Okay, so we made it over here, and the Hulk wait time is just 40 minutes. I know it doesn't seem very high, but the fact is not all holiday weekends are created equal. This is Labor Day weekend. A lot of families are waiting until fall break. A lot of places get fall break. So Labor Day is not the most busy 3-day weekend. We also checked out Storm Force Cellatron, and it was just 5 minutes, but that's to be expected. It doesn't really matter how busy it is.
Keep in mind, this is quite a big change from yesterday. This ride was like a 5 to 10 minute wait all day. It was literally like a walk-on.
Yeah, that's like if you see something with a 5 and most of the time a 10-minute wait, it's a walk-on. Like, express isn't needed. It doesn't matter which line you're getting into. It is a walk-on. As we expected, Doctor Doom is only a 5-minute wait. It's sort of like Storm Force, where it just never really gets that busy. It doesn't matter how busy the parks are. I don't know if we may have seen them at like a 20-minute wait one time. Maybe. But like, typically you're gonna see 5 or 10-minute waits on them. But now we need to head over to Spider-Man and see what the wait is over there. It looks like it might be a little crowded over here. Just with the Hulk only being 40 minutes, I'm not sure what this one will be. It looks like the wait time is going to be 45 minutes. So as you can see back there, the Captain America and some of the X-Men are out for photo ops, but we are making our way into Toon Lagoon. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get a little hungry.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm about ready to eat something. Also, the water rides on a hot day, it'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of expecting a little bit higher wait time. Both water rides yesterday were something like 5 to 10 minutes every time that we checked. I mean, we didn't keep our eye on it the entire day, but we checked in 4 or 5 times just to see sort of what was going on. And the wait times there were really low. So with it being so hot, we'll see.
Also, I think some of the wait times are starting to catch up with the crowds that we're seeing in the parks. When we first walked up to Spider-Man, it said 25 minutes, but the line was like outside
and then it shot up to 45, like right in the middle of me filming it. So
I think they're starting to catch up a little bit, and we're seeing what it's really going to be throughout the day.
I just absolutely like love this land. Like, we never spend a lot of time in it, but I love walking through it. I know a lot of people want to retheme, but I just think it's just cute, and it's a kind of a nice little getaway, and it's never busy. So if you're somebody who needs a little time away from people, this is a great place to be. I think while we're walking over here to check on Popeyes and Bluto's, we might just get a Wimpy burger because we are hungry. If they're open, you just never know with Wimpy's if it's going to be open or not, and I think it looks open, so yeah, definitely getting that. I'll be honest, this one kind of shocks me. Popeyes and Bluto's is only 5 minutes. Maybe it's a little too early in the day to get wet. One $16 Wellington burger, please. Okay, so we just got sat down with our food. Anna ended up getting some chicken tenders as well. And of course, I got the Wellington burger. Wimpy's burgers are actually really good. Yeah. If you ever see it open and you're kind of in the mood for something like this, we highly suggest it. Just in case some people are always curious. So the chicken tenders and the sandwich, they're like combo, so they both came with fries. After our discount, those were like $25.86. And so, theme park prices. We've never had the chicken nuggets from here. They're actually pretty solid.
They're really good, and the barbecue sauce that comes with them is like surprisingly good too.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty excited about this. It's big.
How is it?
It's really good. Like, I'd offer you a bite, but it has mayonnaise on it, and Anna's like basically allergic to mayonnaise. Not actually. She just won't eat mayonnaise.
Another thing that we did want to mention is that I wasn't really in the mood for fries.
I'm always in the mood for fries.
And curly fries aren't my favorite, but I asked if I could substitute the curly fries for chips, and they didn't let me do that on the combo. So just a heads up, if you do get the combo, you're going to get fries regardless.
Yes. One of the benefits of coming on a holiday weekend is you're going to find places like Wimpy's and some of the other hard to access restaurants open. People complain about there's a select few restaurants around both parks that just aren't open a lot of times that they're here, and Wimpy's is one of them. Yeah. But on your busier holiday weekends, we, in our experience at least, we almost always see them open. So I guess that's one benefit. I think it's to try to help with some of the lines and stuff, because food lines can get a little out of hand. So having as many restaurants as open as possible is a way that they can sort of divert some of that traffic to different locations.
Okay, so I have eaten 2 of my 4 chicken tenders. I actually got a little like 5th like nugget sized one that Tyler ate, but I've eaten about half of it, and I've eaten some of my french fries, and I'm to the point where I'm starting to get satisfied. Like, I'm gonna finish this because we paid for it.
Yeah, and Mama didn't raise a quitter.
But if you're not that hungry, or if you have children or something like that, you can get them like one of these entrees.
Yeah, I think this is and I definitely think this is one of these would have been shareable between us and satisfied us. Yeah. But Anna got up there and she's like, "Oh, I want chicken tenders," so we just went with it. Okay, so with meal 1 of 8 down, I guess we will continue making our way around the parks. What's next?
So from here, we'll go check out Kong. Yeah. And then make our way through to Jurassic Park.
The Kong Island. Yeah. Kong normally gets kind of busy. It's normally just always kind of busy. Yeah. So that'll be a good one to check out. And then, of course, I'm anxious to see Velocicoaster and Hagrid's, because those two will be like the defining. Hagrid's might be virtual only. I haven't looked.
Oh, I haven't either.
We haven't looked at the app. We haven't looked at anything. We kind of wanted to be surprised as we were walking around. Yeah. So we could get over to Hagrid's and it be virtual only. So far, we're not shocked by the crowds. I thought it'd be a little bit busier just from like trying to get in the front. Yeah. Like, it was pretty.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah, there was a lot of people trying to get in the front of the park, and we may have just hit it like where everybody was coming at the time we were coming. It is definitely much busier than it was yesterday, but it's just not really that busy. So we are walking across the bridge in Tin Lagoon right here, about to get over into Kong Island. I guess it's Skull Island. I'm not sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's it's like that town that has one red light. You just walk right through it. But we're not going to check every ride, just some here and there. Marvel's kind of easy because it's all right there, and it's normally a good litmus test. Like, you can sort of see how busy the park's going to be.
Right.
But yeah, that's exactly what I needed. I needed that burger.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, we have had a couple of late nights, and it's not going to get any better. We are going back to HHN tonight. Really excited about it because we got to go through all the houses, give them the first run through, and we were impressed.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a good event. And the great thing about the event is, like, opening night, a lot of things are going to change throughout the event. So when we come back in October, it won't be a completely different event, but everything will be running a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see some of the changes that they make and how, like, operationally and, like, within the houses. So as we walk up to Kong, it looks like it is a 40-minute wait. While we're walking through, making our way into Jurassic Park, World, whatever you would like to call it, you have to stop by the Splash Zone, right?
Yes, we always stop by the Splash Zone.
So one should be coming down any minute. I feel like I can hear it already.
Yep, here it comes.
There it is. Ooh, I got a little worried about that one. I thought that might get... Oh, we got a little mist. Here is the longest wait time for us in the parks, considering that we've been waiting years and we still haven't got to ride that ride. In October, our little nephew is coming with us, and I think we're just going to take turns
Borrowing?
borrowing him so we can ride it, because nobody in my family has gotten to ride that yet.
No.
And we're pretty excited about it.
Created the Indominus and they demoted me. Dr. Wu took credit for that.
So we just passed the Raptor Encounter, and it got us thinking, if you are like us and you used to avoid that attraction, like if it was something that you've just never done, we highly suggest it.
Yeah.
When we came down for that fan event back in June, that was our first time doing it, and it is definitely something we're going to do again. Like in October.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, like in October, we are going to actually make sure that our little nephew that we're going to take on the Pteranodon flyers, we're going to make sure he does the Raptor Encounter, because it is a absolute blast, and if you haven't done it, we highly suggest it. So it looks like Velocicoaster is just a 50-minute wait, and if you've watched some of our other videos where we talk about how quickly that queue goes, honestly, that's probably only like a 25 to 30-minute wait. The ride just really eats through the line.
It does. It is crazy how quickly those team members get people on and off the attraction.
Yeah.
Like, it goes so fast.
It really does amaze me what they did with that little area. Like, I don't think people understand how big that roller coaster and like the entrance to all that is for
Yeah.
the amount of space they had.
Yeah.
They just like squeezed it in there, and it doesn't feel like they squeezed it in there. It feels like it was planned the entire time. Like, they did a great job with theming and everything, and it is just the perfect like little touch, and it's a needed ride. Like, we needed that kind of ride
Yeah.
in Islands, and we are so excited that they added Velocicoaster. Definitely don't miss that one. We are making our way into the Wizarding World. This shouldn't be busy at all. This place never has anybody in it.
Never.
It should be completely clear. No, but seriously, yesterday when we were walking through it, it was crazy. We weren't shoulder to shoulder with people.
For, like-
it was so nice. Like, we
Yeah.
didn't have anybody on top of us.
It's the first time in like
A long
years
time
that it's been like that.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what these wait times are as well. It does look like it's a little bit busy right here, but it doesn't look too bad.
No,
Like, it
it-
doesn't look crazy.
No, it's really
Uh,
not as bad as I expected it to be.
No,
back here.
what I'm starting to think is that Labor Day weekend, if you're going to come for one of the holiday weekends, might be the best bet, because this is about as, I don't know, slow as we've seen it on a holiday weekend. So walking up to Forbidden Journey, and it is only a 20-minute wait, and we don't have Express Pass this time, so that means we're definitely going to go ride this, I think. Like, we're gonna take some time to go ride this.
I mean, we have to, right?
Yeah, like you just don't see it at a 20-minute wait, especially on a weekend right now. Like, this is awesome. Like, it's really not that bad at all. Just for reference, we may get in here and it be totally like actually like a 40 or 50 minute wait, because
Yeah.
Flight of the Hippogriff is like a 45-minute wait right now.
Yeah.
So that's got me a little anxious, but whatever. We'll be in Hogwarts. It's fine. So I promise we don't have any like paid actors, or we don't have Universal on the books but as soon as we got our stuff in the locker, we came back down and it went up to like a 45-minute wait.
Yeah.
Sort of like we were talking about. We've seen that plenty of times. We've talked about it before. If you see a ride, especially a popular ride, and the parks are kind of busy and you see a low wait time, if you're not very close to that ride, by the time you get there, it's probably going to be a much longer wait time because everybody sort of just rushes straight to them. But let's go check out Hagrid's. So it is definitely more crowded in Hogsmeade today. And it's really not that bad. Like this can be a lot worse, but it is more crowded. I mean, you can see up there by Hagrid's, it's pretty wild. It looks like the Hagrid's wait queues sitting out. I'm not sure, like we said earlier, I'm not sure if it's virtual or if it is standby. Let's go check it out. So the sign with the QR code for the virtual line is out, meaning that Hagrid's is virtual line only today. Hagrid's being virtual really does not shock us. When it gets busy in the parks, they really like to have that virtual line active. Just for reference, yesterday we got in line and it was like a 20-minute wait, standby, everything. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Basically a walk-on. I think we hit some traffic right there in like Hagrid's little workshop.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was essentially a walk-on. Said 20-minute wait. I think we timed it. We waited like 8 minutes, so much busier today. The virtual line, we've heard mixed things about it. A lot of people are having to wait a long time even while having that virtual line.
Yeah.
We've not experienced the new one, so if that's something like, if you've experienced that, let us know in the comments. Like, how's it work for you? Like, what was your wait time like? We're really interested to hear that. Walking out of Hogsmeade, and you're coming down here, right before you get to Poseidon's Fury, over here on the right, they have opened up a bridge for the Velocicoaster, and it's a great way to skip Hogsmeade if you're somebody who doesn't like being in those crowds. Like I said, it wasn't that bad today. We've seen it get a lot worse, so if that's just not your thing, if you don't like being around that many people, we definitely suggest this because a lot of people just aren't over here, and it's actually really cool. You can go stand under this little thing that they built, watch the Velocicoaster go over, look at them. It's just a great view. We are actually going to make our way into Seuss Landing to fill up our refill cup. And then we're going to head over to Studios and check out some of the wait times there. It could be that a lot of people are already getting in Studios because it is closing early, so that part could be a little bit busier than Islands.
That's fair.
I don't expect that'll be the case, but it's worth checking out. And just in case you weren't aware, the reason that Studios is closing earlier than Islands tonight is Halloween Horror Nights. Like we talked about earlier, Halloween Horror Nights is going on again tonight. So Studios will start kicking people out, daytime guests, at like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Right.
Right at 5 o'clock, you've got to be out of there. So that's, sometimes you see that Studios is the busier park right now because people realize they can come over here tonight, because I think Islands is open till 9 or 10 tonight.
Something like that.
Yeah, so they've got time over here, so they're spending a lot of time in Studios. Like I said, it's just worth checking out, so we're gonna make our way over there. Moose Goose Juice Juice? If we hadn't stopped at Wimpy's, the next place we would have stopped for some quick service would have definitely been Green Eggs and Ham. We talk about that a lot, but it might be our favorite quick service restaurant in Islands.
It's so good.
It's really good. It's not quite as good as the crepes over in Studios, but it is good. That's something else. We're going to check on how busy the crepes are, because those get out of hand even when it's slow.
Yeah.
So we'll check on that line when we're over in Studios.
Also, a lot of people complain about Green Eggs and Ham not being open a lot of the time. So again, on busier weekends like holiday weekends, you can find restaurants like that open.
The adventure lives on in our hearts and at Universal Studios. On our way over to Studios, we do have to walk by Twosomes, so we might as well go in and check and see if they have our favorite macaroon of all time, which is the candy corn macaroon. We had it back at HHN 29 while we were on that trip, and we have not stopped thinking about it since. They didn't have it last year, so we're hoping that they have it again. It's a seasonal offering. We're just not sure how often that season apparently is. They do have some really cool and good-looking seasonal offerings. The pumpkin jumbo macaron, the Frankenstein macaron, and the mummy. So looking at the offerings, there are a lot of good ones, but again, the candy corn macaroon is nowhere to be seen. So since we couldn't get the infamous candy corn macaroon, we decided to go ahead and get one of the large jumbo whatever pumpkin macaroons. They've also got some other holiday options here. Because it is such a long walk, you have to have energy on the way over there. So like we said, we did get that jumbo pumpkin macaron. It's adorable.
It is.
Super cute. Yeah, let me know how that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really
Oh, yeah.
big.
Oh yeah. And she gave us like the smallest one.
Oh my gosh. It's so pumpkin-y. There, take your bite. That is so good.
It is really good.
Oh my goodness. Highly recommended.
I'm all in.
It's,
And by the way, that was like $5.
yeah, so
Um,
not that bad.
Debatable. But it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
we would definitely get another one. We were gonna get the Frankenstein, but it's mint chocolate. Anna loves mint chocolate. I'm out. So we've gotten into Studios, and what better ride to check out than Rip Ride Rocket? Studios looks pretty busy.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more busy than Islands. Not sure. We'll see. It can always look sort of crowded up here up
Right.
front, but not necessarily be the case. Yeah, so Rip Ride will sort of give us an idea of what we're going to be looking at over here. So Anna,
Yes.
what would be your guess right here?
Oh, I'm gonna say like 50 to 60 minutes.
50
on
to
Rip
60
Ride.
minutes is a good guess. I'm gonna say 45. Let's see. Okay, so we were both off.
Yep.
The sign says 85. As we were walking in, the awesome team member warned us that it was about to be up to a 110-minute wait. So
Yikes.
our theory about Studios being busier might be true.
Yeah.
Let's go check out like the Mummy and Gringotts just to confirm. I'm gonna be honest, that really shocks me. 110 minutes for Rip Ride. Normally not the most busy ride over here. Normally that's like a title held by Gringotts or something like that. So Gringotts could be really high, or it could just be like a one of where Rip Ride just happens to be, like people are flooding into this park right now and Rip Ride's just the first stop. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think, because like looking at the Islands wait times, they were really low for a holiday weekend. Not really
Right.
low, but really low for a holiday weekend. So I don't know. This is a different dynamic than normal.
Yeah, I think it's weird that the newest attraction, which is the Velocicoaster, was only a 50-minute wait.
Yeah.
And that's an 85-minute wait. Like,
Yeah, we love,
Jeez.
don't get us wrong, we love Rip Ride, but Velocicoaster is a much better roller coaster. So this is kind of weird. It's normally really busy right through here as well.
Yeah.
Especially if it's busy enough for Rip Ride to have almost a 2-hour wait. Like I said, we're about to check out the Mummy, but walking up right here, like there's just no congestion in the middle of the street. Like
Yeah.
it is wide open. So we can't really walk up to it. They've got like the barricades up or whatever, but it is a 50-minute wait. So it's busy, but not anything crazy. We've seen it much
Right.
higher. So Gringotts will be like the real test, right? Like Gringotts is always busy. It doesn't matter if it's not very busy in the parks. I mean, you can catch it at different times and see lower wait times, but yeah, we'll see what Gringotts is like. I'm anxious to see what Diagon Alley is, period, because
Yeah,
yesterday we
that's
could
a
walk
good
through it,
point.
get all kinds of footage, everything. There wasn't hardly anybody in there.
Yeah.
Our Butterbeer wait time was like, I don't know,
not even 5
5
minutes.
minutes, yeah. So let's go check that out, and we might grab a Butterbeer while we're in there if it's not like a 4 or 5 hour wait. So on our way over to Diagon Alley, we just passed the Hogwarts Express, and it was only a 40-minute wait, but like we said, it almost seems like it's localized over here.
Right.
We did see on the sign while we were walking back here, we didn't want to spoil it for ourselves. We saw that Simpsons was like a 50-minute wait and that Men in Black was like a 60-minute wait. So it does seem like it is a lot busier over here in Studios. And here comes the big reveal for us all. Really not that bad. I mean, definitely, like we've been saying all video, definitely busier than yesterday.
Yeah, much.
But this, ooh, I want that. But yeah, definitely a little bit busier than yesterday. Let's make our way back to Gringotts and just see what that wait time is. With Men in Black being 60 minutes, I don't expect this one to be any lower than that. Let's play the guessing game again. Let's play the guessing game again. That was fun. What's your guess?
I'm gonna say 85 minutes.
I'm gonna say 75.
Okay.
So as we walked up, we noticed that Gringotts is a 115-minute wait. I think with that we can definitively say that Studios is the busier of the two parks right now. Kind of shocks us, but in a way not, because like we said, this park is closing earlier, so it may just be an influx of people right now who are about to leave and head over to Islands. We'll try to check. Probably won't be in the video because, like I said, we have HHN tonight. But we will try to check in and let y'all know, like in a pinned comment or something. We'll check in on the wait times once Studios closes. We'll check in on them over there at Islands just to sort of see and compare and see if they have gone up, like if all this crowd is moving over here or if this is just where people want to be today. I mean, you just don't really know. And as for getting a butterbeer today,
yeah,
we'll get one eventually, but it is not going to happen right now.
No.
Let me show you this line. So yeah, like we said, butterbeer line, a little long for us right now. We'll get one eventually today. I think we actually learned something from being here this weekend. We've never been on Labor Day weekend.
No.
I think it's a little bit slower on Labor Day weekend, and like we said, it's probably because school just got back in session, so like kids aren't ready to take a break, like parents.
Right.
Parents are just getting in the swing of everything, so maybe that's why.
Well, and on top of that, like summer just happened.
Yeah.
So a lot of families just took a summer vacation, and
Yeah.
so they're not going to turn around like right after that and take a Labor Day vacation.
Yeah.
So I would guess that this is slower than like Memorial Day.
Yeah, and it's definitely slower than Memorial Day. We saw wait times then, and if you think Studios is bad right now, I mean, Studios is busy, but no, like Memorial Day was absolutely brutal. So if you are going to go on like a 3-day weekend and you can go on Labor Day, we think this is a great one to visit on. I mean, it's a little busy, but it's not as bad as some of the other ones.
On top of that, it is the opening weekend for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll always fall like that, but this year it is.
Right, so I feel like that might have like drawn more people to the parks this weekend than on a typical Labor Day.
Yeah,
maybe?
some people are just coming for the event though, so like it's hard to, because the event was packed last night. Even with the rain, the event sold out. So I was just expecting a lot busier part. Like I was expecting it to be busier yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it to be busier today. But I mean, yes, Studios is busy, but like Islands isn't. So you could just get away from the crowds by going to Islands. All right, guys, I guess we are going to wrap up today's video. It's getting close to 4 o'clock, so we're going to make our way over to Stay and Scream for our second night of Halloween Horror Nights. The lesson learned, I think, is that you can come on a 3-day holiday weekend and it might not be that bad. I think it just depends on which holiday that is.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. You can hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you get an alert every time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching.